and language on the radios. All right, I'm going to broadcast booth. Good luck, guys. Fingers crossed.
Real book says he can't do that, so
Okay, yeah, let me fucking pull that up again because I already forgot it exists. Okay, does the title important?
All right, good evening, everyone, and welcome to heat number 5 in advance of the Change.org 400. 5 drivers transfer, 5 more spots up for grabs, and we will show you what is happening right now on the track. Right now, Kyle Streichars with the provisional pole, and while we are waiting for that, we can tell you that heat number 5 brought to you by Tri-E Inc. Tri-E Inc. builds walk-in coolers and freezers for grocery stores and big box stores in the southeastern United States, covering a geographical area from Florida to Texas to Virginia. They are an excellent source for installation, repair, and maintenance. Contact them at trieinc@gmail.com. So here is the situation we are looking at as we speak. Currently, it is Alex Gangler on provisional pole with a 49.093 amongst the heat winners. John Fraley second, Tyler McRae third, Mason Foster fourth. Then you look, if the winner is faster than 49.093 in their best time, they'll start on the pole position. As for the drivers that are locked in by a top 15, regardless of what happens, Octavio Rondeletto, Paul Coleman Jr., Chase Johnson, Jonathan Schwartz, Kendrick Pryor, Blake Lane are all locked in. Now we look at the provisionals. Here's who is guaranteed in. All drivers that are entered have done a heat race. Logan Jones, John Patrick, Brandon Varney, Trevor Birchmeyer, Jose Gaudino, Art Hendren, Krauts, Chase Streichars, Robert Colgan, Aiden McConaughey, John Brancaccio, Derek Colson, Jeff Edgar, all locked in. Here is what we are looking at right now. Chris Spangler is currently the driver on the bubble. If he does not place top 5, he goes home. Then you got Joe Campbell. If Campbell does not place top 5, and Spangler does. He goes home. If those two drivers place top 5, Sean Andrews is on the bubble. If those 3 drivers place top 5, Rafael Semprich goes home. Semprich, by the way, keep in mind, he is not entered for this race yet. Ron Walters is not in this race either, so if Semprich does join in and Walters doesn't, Walters would be on the bubble. If those 5 are in, they all place top 5, Jeremy Little would go home. So that's how the situation looks right now. We can tell you the drivers that will be receiving EOLs. Shane Briggs, Dwayne Robinson, Joseph Lester, Tyler Batchelder, Christopher Johnson, Ryan Soper, Octavio Rondeletto, Chase Johnson, Jonathan Schwartz, Kendrick Cryer, Logan Jones, Kyle Streichars, Aiden McConaughey, Derek Colson. So they will all start from the rear and with a strike tomorrow night. Well, qualifying is wrapped up for this 25-lap heat race. That will determine the final 5 spots in. And with that said, we are ready to go. Let's give you the starting lineup. It is Kyle Streichars that makes up the front row with our Hendren teammates from the Dropping Bombs Racing team. Row number 2, it is Joe Campbell and Sean Andrews. Row 3, Chris Spangler and Sean Patrick. Row 4, Jeremy Little and Derek Colson. Row 5, Brandon Varney and Robert Colgan. And ignore that doofus that decided, you know what, I'm going to join in for the hell of it. Because he is 11th and he's already in. But we're just having fun. We're just having a little bit of fun right now with these guys. So, yeah. But that's how it looks. Let's listen into Aaron Hillebush.
A little different than our normal procedure. So starts and restarts on the flagman's green. As always, do not pass or change lanes before the start-finish line. Gentlemen, start your engine.
So we are all set to go. Here's how the weather looks for this late night race. Keep in mind Michigan does not have lights and it's going to be under a sunset. Track looks to be warm.
Keep in mind, drivers, you'll be starting this event on cold tires.
88 degrees is the track temp, 83 is the air temp here in the sunset of Brooklyn, Michigan. Half of these drivers will make it in.
And it does appear we'll be starting 10 cars. 10 cars.
4 or 5 of these
half
drivers,
make it,
depending on
half
the
will have to look
situation,
at the points.
could make it via provisional, and 1 driver could go home in this race. Keep in mind we are watching Chris Spangler closely. Has to make top 5 or he will go home. If he makes top 5, Joe Campbell then has to make top 5 or he will go home. And then Sean Andrews. So those 3 drivers right there we are watching very closely, starting in a 3, 4, and 5. Kyle Streichars and Art Hendren are in via provisionals, but they would like to better their spot. Again, they make up the front row. Sean Patrick, Jeremy Little, Derek Colson, Brandon Varney, Robert Colgan, the same situation for them.
All right, drivers, let's tighten up the back there. Get this thing nice and tight. Wow, let's do it.
And that's what happens when you tell Aaron Hillebush to keep it PG-13. Just saying. All right, here we go for heat number 5. Green lights will come on when we go green flag racing. Here we go. It is Hendren. It's Streichars on the front row. Heat race number 5. Final race of the night is green.
Got a warning on the 21 car. Need to line up a little better there.
You heard that from race control. Hendren has been warned for beating the 52 before the green flag flew on the track as Streichars, my goodness, he has put up a huge gap, nearly a half-second gap on this battle for second. It is Campbell, it is Hendren that are side by side for that spot. Jeremy Little has made his way up to 4th. Sean Andrews and Chris Spangler, who is off the pace outside the top 5, must make it in that top 5 or he goes home. Lap 1 on the board. It goes to the 52 of Kyle Streichars. Joe Campbell, Art Hendren side by side for a position. Jeremy Leto pushing the number 4 machines even right on board with the 17 car. See the speed he's going on your screen. Thought about going 3 wide there for the second spot, but decides to back out of it. Top speed 155 into turn 3. 3 wide for second spot, and it's challenging Streichars for the race lead. Leto looking to put that machine to the point, and it's going to be close here at the start-finish line, but it is Streichars by a bumper. Andrews and Campbell battle it out for position. Let's update you real quick on the fastest lap time right now. For the race leader, it is currently a 49.7. They have to get a 49.08 or better, and they're in. Right now, Brandon Varney on the track has a 49.06. A win would put him on pole as we speak, so he's the only driver that has a chance at the moment. Spangler has made his way up to the 8th position. Keep in mind, needs the top 5. Sean Andrews outside the top 5, so he better hope that those 2 drivers of Campbell and Spangler do not make top 5. Here's Leto going to the inside, looking for the race lead. Leto goes to the point. Here comes Campbell. Here comes Varney. Gonna go 3 wide into turn number 3. Varney has the run on the bottom. On board here with Derek Colson as he sees the 3 wide from his perspective. The Canadian is out to the point, but Streichars is challenging up here on the outside. Can he get the lead into 1? Not just yet. Varney taking second spot away. This driver's getting a little bit loose here, whether it be the extreme low line or the extreme top line. And look at Varney hugging that bottom line like a professional. Going down the back straightaway. Oh, he turned Leto. He just turned Leto around. Into the inside wall goes to the 17. And he will have to rely on a provisional. Jeremy Leto's in regardless. Show that again real quick for those of you watching at home. Varney hooks him. And around he goes. Tough break for Leto. We'll have to hope for a yellow flag. So now this puts 8 drivers in this lead pack. I can tell you right now, Spangler is currently in the 8th position. Remember, must be in the top 5 or else he is going home. Joe Campbell currently running in second spot with a 49.41. That wouldn't do it. Excuse me, with a 49.39. That wouldn't do it there. Varney in third with a 49.06. That would put him third fastest amongst the drivers that finished third in the heats. Now he's back in fourth. Derek Colson with a 49.19. That would put him 4th fastest of those guys. And then Sean Patrick has the final spot with a 49.23. That would put him 4th of the 5th place drivers. Derek Colson looking for the race lead here on Kyle Streichars. Now that final lap of the last heat, I literally thought for a moment that Colson was about to take second from Shane Briggs, but he was actually a lap down. Could Spangler possibly be playing it really conservatively here? I'm not too sure how it looks from his perspective as we ride on board with the driver of the number 29. Let's see here if we look at his inputs. how he rolls that wheel there. We're right on board with him as well, going down the back straightaway. See Sean Andrews there to his outside, a little bit close for comfort. Staying in the tail end of this pack, that may not be a bad decision for Spangler. Sean Andrews, by the way, outside the top 5. Joe Campbell still currently in it, and now Spangler trying to make some moves on the bottom of the racetrack. As Patrick shuts the door, we continue to watch this battle for the race lead. Strycharz leads it at the stripe over Colson. Campbell goes to second. Brandon Varney makes the shift down to the bottom. No one been able to hit a 48-second lap time just yet, even in a pack like this. Considering the fact that the track is hotter than it was in the previous heat, and these drivers are slipping and sliding. Colson with a run, coming from Varney. Here's a push to the inside. And Colson takes the lead for right now. There's that field of 8. Jeremy Leto's already out of the race. Robert Colgan has lost the draft 9 seconds back. He's in the show though regardless as they come to the stripe. Oh man, Strycharz had it there by a bumper. 4 drivers rocking the top side, 2 drivers on the bottom. And a nice push from Varney. Goes Colson to the lead, but he's loose below the apron. He's got to catch it, and he saves it. Now Strycharz fights back on the top side, looking for the race lead. Has a nice gap over Campbell going down the back straightaway. And now challenges the 52 for the lead. Andrews looking up the middle, 3 wide for second spot. That is a little bit tight there off of turn 4. Finds a hole there between the 2 drivers on the bottom, and Joe Campbell leads for the first time in heat races today. Here comes Colson now looking to the bottom. Campbell back in heat 3. Easy chance at making it in via the top 5 situation. However, though, drove it in way too deep in turns 3 and 4, going for the race lead, coming to the white flag, and it took him out of the running for the win. You see there Art Hendren dropping down below the apron. Playing a little bit conservatively for right now as see if Colson decides to take it 3 wide down to the inside. He's looking for the run. He's got it underneath, but he's got to be careful. He's loose again, just like he was last time. He was looking for the lead on the bottom. As they are 3 by 3 at Michigan International Speedway. And at the stripe, way too close to call. We have on timing Strycharz as the leader. And boy, was it wicked close. Here comes Colson, 3 wide for the lead. Varney working with Campbell still in the middle. Sean Andrews behind the pack. And that's the onboard. This is really too close for errors there. Man, Strycharz trying to hang on to that thing as they are 3 wide for the top spot, coming to 13 laps to go. Colson by himself on the bottom. That could be Campbell here at the start-finish line. Looking to be him, and it is barely. Or it may have been Strycharz. That was way too close. Three wide once again. All drivers holding serve where they are. Sean Patrick loose out of the groove. And now they're 3 wide. Campbell a little bit loose. Oh, Patrick almost got the wall there. That was close for the driver of the number 22. No lap times have really changed compared to the previous situations. I'll tell you that at home for right now as Colson looking for the lead all the way on the bottom of the track. Again, once we are done, we will give you the provisional starting lineup. The official lineup will be out tomorrow morning on www.xcalracing.com, so make sure you check that out tomorrow morning. The race tomorrow night broadcast beginning at 7:20 p.m. on Twitch and Facebook at How to Suck It All iRacing. I only do the heats and fill in on the broadcast when needed. Campbell again, nice push in there that comes from Varney. Look at that. You can see the radiator from that perspective. That's literally bump drafting. Colson trying for the race lead again on the bottom side of the racetrack. And there's Varney in the middle. We have a nose cam for you at home, for those wondering. And look at that three-wide battle. There's the bump draft that goes to the 4. Colson down to the bottom. Campbell, they touch! Oh! Stride charts, there they go. Yellow lights are on.
Have a crash off of turn 2. Race control will be investigating. Let us know when we're through 2.
And that is huge implications to make the field because Chris Spangler is in the top 5. That got pretty tight there, no question about it. Let's go to a replay and show you what happened. Let's watch from the blimp perspective here with Strychars. So it looks like Campbell came down into Colson. They both come up the track. Strychars with nowhere to go, gets into the 4 of Campbell, and around they went. And that's another driver involved, I think.
And let me know when we're through 2.
So that's an EOL penalty, as you see, that's going on the 4 of Joe Campbell. So definitely not what the driver of the number 4 wanted there. Let's go from Strychars' in-car shot. That's a shot, no question about it. So now this puts Campbell back in 6th, but you see he's got some rear end and front end damage. I don't know how bad that's going to affect the car aerodynamically, but right now when he looks at this in this situation, he is going to need a wreck amongst Spangler or Andrews to put him in. Because if Spangler and Campbell make top 5, Andrews would go home. If they all make top 5...
2-2.
Let me load this up again. If they all make top 5, then Rafael Sembrich goes home. So we know that Ron Walters and Jeremy Leno are
4 got loose, came all the way down to the bottom lane into the door of the 5 car, and then back up across the speedway, and death ensued.
No question about it. Did death ensue. So Campbell now in the pits once again. We'll have to watch that
Sure,
closely.
never had it on rail, Petey, for the first part of the race. Who was it that ended up spinning me?
Perhaps maybe we can watch from a different perspective here. There we go.
If you guys can't keep the car in racing, there's no point even racing.
Your Strychars talking on the radios. So if you can't keep it fast, there's no point even racing. Strychars, though, gonna keep it going. Or, nope, I believe he's called it. He has. He is out of this race.
The hell did he say? I didn't run a
So
single
Joe
lap of
Campbell, though,
anything all
not
day
going to
but
give up
something
here in
about
this
racing.
situation. But right now, Chris Spangler is the
1
last
to green,
one
double
that
up,
will get
double up,
out.
double up, inside, outside, inside, outside. Check your heads-up display. Hopefully you guys can get a couple of green flag laps so we can get to 5 to go where there'll be no more cautions. And, of course, restart is on the flag man. no passing, no changing lanes, no bunting, no stealing, no sliding.
So we come to 7 laps to go. Double file restart after the first caution. Could be the final restart if we get to 5 laps to go. Let's reset the field here for you. Derek Colson.
Finding himself in an unusual position, restarting from the lead.
So let's reset the field here. Derek Colson, Brandon Varney, row 1. Sean Patrick, Sean Andrews, row 2. Row 3 is going to be Chris Spangler and Joe Camp and Jeremy Leto. Assuming, yeah. And then Joe Campbell still, he's got to hurry up and make sure that car exits on the pit so he can get back out on time. Got to hurry it up. Or else he could be in trouble. We'll just have to hope that Spangler gets involved in a wreck. This could be close, you guys.
All right, going green. Good luck.
As here we go, about to go green. Is Joe Campbell out of the pits yet? There he goes. He's exiting pit road right now. Gets back up to speed, and here we go. Watch for the green lights to appear on the bottom. There they are, and here we go. So your top 5 easily can cruise their way on in. Chris Spangler currently in 5th. Sean Andrews is in 4th. We'll keep you posted as well on the top 5 times here. You got to watch Brandon Varney closely. He is the only driver amongst the front field that could start on the pole. If not, it's going to Alex Gangler. So Varney wants this win badly. Win or he's going to start in the back. Colson gained a nice push here from Sean Patrick. And Colson's up to 2nd. Andrews stuck in 3rd. If I'm the top 5, I wouldn't even try and race right now until the final lap. You see Varney going below the apron, trying to use that as momentum. Colson's coming up to the rear of him. Nice drafting coming up here. And they're 3 wide, 2 of them for 2nd. Keep in mind, Leto is 2 laps down in 7th spot, just racing for fun on the track. But if he causes a wreck, his other opponents are not going to be happy at all, no question about it. Going below the white line, trying to make sure no one has a run all the way to the bottom. Colson lifts the rear wheels of Varney off the ground. As the sun sets here at MIS. Coming to 5 to go. Listen closely to Halo Bush. They'll say green, green, green when they cross the stripe.
Green,
Andrews
green,
leads at the
green.
line.
5 to go. Green, green, green.
Andrews' best time of 49.29. That would put him 5th on the grid. Sean Patrick, if he won, it would put him 5th on the grid. If Colson were to win, that'd put him 5th on the grid. All these drivers right now, if they win, they start 5th, unless your name is Brandon C. Varney. 5 laps to go. We've got some tandeming happening as Andrews goes to the point. Varney with the preferred line above Andrews. And he's challenging the 23. He's got the lead with a push coming from the 17 of Leto. This time by 4 laps to go. And now Leto goes to the outside. Remember, he's not battling for the ladies. Here to have fun. Andrews has the lead for right now. I'm surprised Leto did not stay on Varney. Oh, that's tight there. Leto nearly got the wall, and Varney had to hang on to it. Overdrove the exit. High side with the advantage. No one working with Leto. Varney still with the race lead. Keep in mind, a wreck would not bring a caution flag out. Sean Andrews inside on Varney for the lead. It's 3 wide for 3rd. Patrick looking in that situation. Spangler still in 5th. And now, oh, Andrews, they touch with Varney. 2 laps to go. Oh, they touch. Leto and Varney get together, banging quarter panels. Andrews the lead. Varney way loose. Don't be surprised if Varney yells on the radio. Varney's still not out of this yet. Ooh, Varney. I don't know if he got a touch there, a shove there, or a slam from Patrick there. I'm not too sure, but it's still Andrews in the race lead. This time by 2 laps to go, excuse me. Thought we had 2 laps to go. Andrews washes way up the track. The 22 of Patrick in the wall. Here comes Varney. He dumps Lotto. Oh, he dumped Lotto. Lotto upside down. That may be the best thing I've seen all night long. He told Varney. Varney just told Lotto, get the hell out of here. We are racing for a win. Oh my goodness. Now, is race control going to review that? I'm not too sure, but if so, Varney may have just risked himself at his chance at getting number 1. But no question about it, that was a complete dump. So it's Sean Andrews, Derek Colson, Brandon Varney that will contest for the win. They're coming to the white flag this time by Varney. Goes for the slingshot up top. Nobody working with him. But Sean Patrick, meanwhile, is a half second behind. I don't think he'll be able to catch it to the top 3. Varney 3 wide at the white flag. Colson's got the edge. Andrews in the middle. Varney could have the advantage here on the exit because of the banking. Let's see what happens as long as he doesn't wash up the track. Down the back straightaway for the final time. Varney's got the lead right now. Doesn't have the 23 or the 5 cleared just yet. Andrews clears Colson. And who's going to get the advantage off of turn 4? 4 cars, a chance to win it. Andrews versus Varney or the other 2. Here they come. Checkered flag in the air. Can Varney get the pole? No! Andrews, 6/1000ths of a second.
Jeremy Lotto, what the fuck are you doing?
Race control will be reviewing the last 2 laps. There was an incident.
You can
on
hear
the
intentional
front
contact
straightaway.
possibly. Andrews takes it by 6/1000ths of a second. 5th place starting position for Andrews, and Varney with a 49.06
Sorry, Brandon, I would have pushed you, but
will
I
have
ain't
to
reckoning
start
because of Jeremy.
provisionally in 9th. Give you the top 5 and
Good
give you
win,
the
Sean.
best time.
Thank you.
Keep in mind, race control is reviewing the intentional contact between Varney and Lotto. No question about it. There was contact, and we were going to go to a replay and see what happened in real time there.
Andy hit me after the checkered.
Side over side, end over end. And that tied car is dirty with grass stains. Sorry. Sorry, Mom. Good night.
Race control, can you review after the race incident, please?
Yeah, we're trying to, but these speech things keep popping up over where we're trying to look.
All right, now the question is here, and we're actually going to bring Andrews here in here shortly if we can. And I think we got him in. Andrews, it's Marty in the booth. You got a copy.
Yes, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Great win for you. Margin of victory, 7/1000ths of a second. Take us through the battle with Varney.
Oh, yeah, it was close, man. I was just trying to stay smooth and not make any mistakes.
I'll ask you this from your perspective, too. Did you think Varney could have had a chance at the win with that high side as banking and momentum?
Yes, I was a little worried about that. He's pretty quick out there.
Yeah. So from the looks of it, I believe you will start in 5th. What's the expectations for tomorrow?
Oh, just try to be smooth and keep it in one piece and be there at the end.
Alrighty, Sean, we will let you go. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So let's move you back onto your chat. So Sean Andrews gets in, and the driver that goes home is...
All right, so race control did review the post-race contact between the 17 and 22. That's obviously intentional contact after the end of the event. Not sure why the 22 car was stopped on the racetrack, but the 17 definitely hit him intentionally. Looking at the incident with the 2 car before that, the one that turned Leto, I'm not going to say it was intentional, but he sure as hell didn't try to avoid that guy. So we're going to be issuing a warning of the 2 car. That thing's going to be on probation. We're going to be watching it very closely tomorrow. Anything that we think is even close to intentional, that car would be DQ'd.
So you heard that there with Aaron Hillebush giving the penalty to, or well, a warning I should say, to Varney, who is now on probation. We're going to look at that contact coming to the stripe. First off, let's show you how close it was. Right there, at 7/1000th of a second, Kodak moment for those of you watching at home. And then this, what happened after the race. Let's see here. Varney gets into the wall. I don't think there was anything post-race that brewed. Maybe Hendren and Campbell, and we're just not even noticing it. There's Coulson. Let's see if these guys got together after the race. They didn't. We're saying something. Oh, there it is. There it is. Patrick was stopped and Leto decided, you know what? It's time for Demo Derby. Don't know what he's thinking there. But yeah, okay. Now that we got that figured out, let's show you the official results. They should be popping up now. Andrews, Varney, Coulson, Patrick, and Spangler make it on in. And Joe Campbell will be going home, unfortunately, so he'll have to watch this race tomorrow from Facebook and or Twitch. Real quick, let's figure out the starting lineup here on what happened. So Andrews with a 49.287. That would put him 5th on the grid. Brandon Varney with a 49.059. And that would put him 9th on the grid. And if he won the race, he would have started on the pole for being faster than Alex Gangler. Derek Coulson with a 49.193. That is good for 14th. Patrick with a 48.918. And that would put him in 16th. Spangler a 49.078. That would put him 23rd. And keep in mind on the EOL situations, who's got them. Patrick, let's see here. According to my chart here, Andrews does not. And, oh, we have an update under review. Inconclusive on Brandon Varney. So that was the official call there. So Andrews with that. Varney is good. Coulson is not good, so he will receive an EOL. Patrick is good, and then Spangler is good. So here is what we have for the starting lineup provisionally. Gingler starts on pole, Friley starts second, McRae third, Foster fourth, Andrews in fifth. Sixth, Turpin. Seventh, Bear. Eighth is Varney. Let me update that. Ninth, Babinger. 10th is Mike Stoddard. 11th, Tyler Jalbert. 12th, Marty Sakala. 13th is Sean Patrick. 14th, Patrick Sullivan. 15th, Greg Holes. 16th, Kenny Tripp. 17th, Gregorio Dorso. 18th is Chris Spangler. And then we go to the top 15. 19th would be Paul Coleman, and 20th, Blake Wynn. They completed MMP, and they're in the top 15 in points, so they're locked in. So 21st would be Sean Patrick, 22nd, Brandon Varney, 23rd, Trevor Birchmeyer, 24th, Jose Gaudino, 25th, Art Hendren, 26th, Robert Colgan, 27th, John Brancaccio, 28th, Jeff Edgar, 29th, Jeremy Leto, 30th is Ron Walters, 31st, Rafael Semprich, 32nd is Sean. Oh, excuse me, we messed that up. Hang on. Update all this for you guys here. Colson, I gotta put out. Patrick, I already put in, and Spangler, I need to put out. Okay, so we talked about the 20. 21st, Trevor Birchmeyer. 22nd, Jose Gaudino. 23rd, Art Hendren. 24th, Robert Colgan. 25th, John Brancaccio. 26th, Jeff Edgar. 27th, Jeremy Leto. 28th, Ron Walters. 29th, Rafael Semprich. And Joe Campbell would go home. So we have 29 drivers. The rest of these drivers are taking EOLs. Shane Briggs, 30th. Dwayne Robinson, 31st. Derek Colson, 32nd. Joseph Lester, 33rd. Tyler Batchelder, 34th. 35th, Christopher Johnson. 36th, Ryan Soper. 37th, Octavio Rondeletto. 38th, Chase Johnson. 39th, John Schwartz. 40th, Kendrick Cryer. 41st, Logan Jones. 42nd, Kyle Streichars. And 43rd, Aiden McConaughey. So that's the unofficial starting lineup. The official one will be out tomorrow morning on xcalracing.com. Appreciate everyone's support on the Heat broadcasts. I'll do these whenever I can, and I may do them while driving, so who knows. So we're looking forward to tomorrow's feature race, 200 laps around Michigan. How to Suck at iRacing has the broadcast on Facebook and Twitch, and PJ Zeller and Doug Burns are on the call for that. I'm Marty Sakala. This has been a presentation of XCAL Racing. The